Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new year and welcome back to Ride with the Counts. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about what went down in the world of football since October. And it's been a while I did that video, and now I'm back this year and I'm gonna give you all the smoke. But first, take a look at the truck I'm using. The MAN Euro 6. And I believe this is 8 cylinders, probably about 600 horsepower. And I'm carrying a heavy duty vehicle. Alright, so without further ado,
buckle up, Teddy.
Alright, let us start talking about at least 5 shocks to my EPL prediction, as well as 3 or more shocks in the other leagues individually. We talk about the shocks that comes to my mind. So let's start with the EPL. And the first shock, and to me it's more like the first thing that I'm going to rant about, is Chelsea, aka fraud champions. Yes, I'm calling you Chelsea fraud champions, no longer world champions, because what in blue blazes was that? One moment you are clapping Barcelona's cheeks like it's Tuesday, and then went on to give Arsenal a scare of a lifetime with 10 men. And then the next moment, you get your cheeks clapped by Leeds United. And then games that you have no business losing, you end up losing. And the worst part of it all is that these bozo owners, Eghbali, this time it's not Todd Boehly this time, it's more of Eghbali's doing, went ahead to sack Enzo Maresca just because he wants to control the team, or to be more precise, just because he didn't like your interferences. So that's the more reason why they decided to sack him. And then they brought in their brand new yes man, Liam Rossino. And me personally, nothing against Liam. He looks like a very fine chap, like someone who is aspiring to be a great manager. And I've seen few clips of his style of play. It looks decent and all, but yeah, the Chelsea fans have a bone to pick with the owners. So I won't be surprised if there will be some kind of boycotts over there, or yeah, best of luck there. And the players, the players. The attack and defense to me is fine, but the defense, most especially the center backs, they sell Chelsea out a lot, especially Tosin and Badiashile. I don't want to see them in the starting lineup. Now I'd love to continue to rant about Chelsea, but if I do so, we'll be here for 3 hours. Perhaps a Chelsea rant for another video, depending on how things go on with Liam Rossino. We'll have that video later. So for now, Chelsea really disappointed me in their prediction. Now they've fallen really short. They are now 8th, most disappointing. But anyway, who knows, Liam might change my mind and actually somehow pull a miracle and then bring them to second and scare Arsenal. Who knows?
Yo, killing me with this.
And the next surprise I'm going to talk about is Aston Villa.
Gimme 5, 5, and 5. Oh!
And oh my, Aston Villa, you didn't surprise me, you shocked me. Like, you've put your name as part of the title contenders. Wow, no one saw it coming. If anything, I'm going to root for Aston Villa to steal the title from Arsenal. And don't worry, Arsenal, you're next in the prediction, so wait your turn. Now back to Aston Villa. Bye. Well done to them. they went on a winning streak that will make Guardiola blush. And most credit to Unai Emery. He managed to pick his team up after a bad start, and they were winning matches left, right, and center. Even beat Chelsea, who I was hoping would end their winning streak, but no, they beat Chelsea simple. Ollie Watkins came in the second half and bang. So credits to Unai Emery. Although I was a bit disappointed he couldn't beat Arsenal, but yeah, but still, credits to him. He might actually steal the title from Arsenal, which will be peak banter.
You think you could steal from us and just walk away?
Yeah.
And the next surprise I'm going to talk about, even though it's not much of a surprise, but nonetheless, Arsenal actually managed to stay top of the food chain till the end of Christmas. Which, yeah, I'll give Arsenal their props. Well done. Like, you've actually proven to the rest of the world that this time around is your year. And like I said, no excuses. And Arteta took that comment very seriously. I don't know if he watched my video, but yeah, he saw it and immediately he heard me say, yeah, no excuses. You got yourself Gyökeres like a proper striker, so no excuse there. And Gyökeres, who is part of the reason why I added Arsenal to the list, really disappointing. Like, I'm very disappointed in Gyökeres. I was expecting more from him. But then again, it's a new league, a new style of play. So as much as I'll give him the benefits of the doubt, but still, like, I expected more from him. And Arteta, well, actually going on his villain arc and playing pure haram football. And to be honest, Arteta's style of haram, even if Arsenal wins the EPL, it's still like they'll be the most boring EPL champions ever seen, as compared to other boring champions like City, the Liverpool of last year, as well as the Chelsea and Antonio Conte and Jose Mourinho's. At least they are ones, they have specific players who stood out and actually like made it a bit more entertaining. But Arsenal, no, it's rather their defenders and set pieces that does the work for them, which, yeah, it's not really that entertaining. Like, they've made the games very boring.
Man, what the fuck is you talking about?
Okay, and the next surprise, that's the fourth surprise, Sunderland. Yes, I predicted Sunderland would survive, although I predicted it would be a narrow escape. But my, did they surprise me. Like, Sunderland cooked. They cooked a fine dish. Like, they came to this league to make a statement. And what a statement they made. And it's almost as if Sunderland never left the Premier League. They came in and then upset the established order. And I'm loving every second of it. And they went ahead to beat Newcastle in the Time Word Derby. Oh my, like, seriously, like, Netflix chose the wrong time to do the Sunderland Till I Die documentary. They should have done that documentary, most especially this season. It would be pure cinema. And the next surprise I'm going to talk about here would be Newcastle. And Newcastle this season, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. Newcastle, very underwhelming season. I'm not going to talk much on Newcastle, but I expected more from them. But in their defense, they lost Isak, and although Watamada came and made up for it, and they also got Wisa, who recently recovered and started banging in some goals. So credits to him. So who knows, Newcastle might actually climb up the table. Give them time. Seems they started winning. I think in recent matches they started to win again, so they were surprised.
Not bad. Now you.
And next, Tottenham. And my Tottenham, pure disappointment. My disappointment in Tottenham is immense, most especially Thomas Frank. Because considering the resume he had with Brentford, I was expecting, like with Tottenham, he would move to the next level, but nope. Although in his defense, the reason why Brentford were successful was because of the set pieces. And now seeing the mastermind behind Thomas Frank doing a good job. And don't worry, Brentford, wait your turn because you'll be next. Anyways, back to Tottenham. Tottenham, very disappointing. And when they signed Kudus, I thought, oh, Tottenham are actually going to be a threat. They will be menaces in the league. But nope, they've been easy pickings, and they're losing a lot of matches. At this rate, I won't be surprised if I find them in the relegation fight. So yeah, Tottenham, very disappointing. Next, we're going to talk about Brentford. And Brentford, wow, just wow. They proved me wrong. I have no choice but to admit it. Brentford, I am sorry. I was not familiar with your game. Keith Andrews, I'm so sorry. I was not familiar with your game. Because Brentford are absolute menaces in the EPL. Like pure menace energy. I'm just speechless. 5th in the table as at the time of recording this video. 5th. Like, I gotta clap for you, man. Not only did you prove me wrong, but you overtook Chelsea from 5th. Like, yeah, Brentford, they just surprised me. Like, I don't have much to say about them. Like, they've made me eat my words, for now at least. So credit to Keith Andrews, from set piece coach to Premier League menace. All credit to him and his players too, most especially their new striker, Igor Thiago. My, what a bargain of a signing. Yeah, that guy, he's going to be most wanted in the next transfer market. So, best of luck with keeping him.
You got knocked the fuck out!
And then we talk about the next shock, Manchester Suplex City.
Suplex City, girl.
Yeah, it seems the moment I called Manchester Suplex City fraud, Guardiola took it very seriously. And also with the news of Guardiola possibly like stepping down when the season ends, yeah, he wants to end with a bang. And they are second, chasing Arsenal. Like that. Although Chelsea did manage to steal a point at the Etihad, which, well, kudos to McFarlane for that one. And the way I saw Guardiola weep at Chelsea equalizing, yeah, he knew they lost crucial points to give Arsenal a scare of a lifetime. Like, he knew he gifted Arsenal the title. But I won't be surprised if City ends up finishing second instead of Chelsea. Ryan Cherky, wow, he is signing of the season. And it's funny because Chelsea were one of the first teams that noticed him, and they didn't make the move. And sometimes I sit down and think that if it was Abramovich, oh, they would have smashed him like a shark snatching a snack after smelling blood. Anyways, and the last then of the EPL I'll talk about is Liverpool. And Liverpool, wow, disappointed champions. Worst champions. It's not looking good. For Verts, yeah, very expensive flop. Even though currently, at the time of recording this video, he's starting to pick up some steam. Well, credits to him. And then Isak, to the moment he actually got his first goal, he got an injury. Yeah, most unfortunate for him. And it seems after Salah left, like, they are starting to get into their rhythm. But kind of too little too late. But let's see what unfolds. Alright. La Liga, step right up. You're next. And La Liga, I'll talk about at least 3 things that surprised me. And the first one, that is the biggest egotistic elephant in the room, is Real Madrid. And my, what a mess of a club. The audacity of the Madrid players is incredible. And Florentino Perez chose the players over the manager. And is surprised that without the manager, they lost to a second division team that is in the relegation dogfights in that second division team. And unfortunately, I can't pronounce that team's name. And then their recent match against Levante, wow, it was a boo fest. Managed to break a Guinness World Record for the longest booing in a football match. I don't know if it broke a record, but I'll be surprised if it does, because it was that bad. So bad that Florentino Perez said, okay, if anyone is caught booing, that person will be banned from the stadium. Like, really? Oh, yeah. Perez, congratulations. You just encourage them to boo you more. And in that case, just ban every single one in there and see how well it goes. Oh boy. Yeah, Perez's Galactico project has really backfired big time. And he doesn't want to admit that this Galactico 2.0 version is not going so well. And it's blowing up in his face. So bad. And I feel bad for Alonso. Like, on the manner in which he got sacked. And now Arbeloa taking the job. Oh boy. He lacks aura. Like, I don't see any... I don't know, like, take a look at him. Oh, nah. Best of luck, Arbeloa. Best of luck. And Vinny has the audacity to cry because you're getting booed. Let's not forget, is it somewhere 2015, during CR7's time, they got booed for losing to Schalke 04, even though they qualified that round, but still. And even Ronaldo himself admitted that, yeah, the crash out is justified. Like, they had every right to boo them. And Sergio Ramos also came out and said, yeah, our bad, like, we messed up. We understand why you're booing us. And these little babies can't take a boo. A 90 minutes boo, they can't take it. Oh boy. Perez, it's not looking good.
You're a victim.
And up next, we're going to talk about the Republic of Yamalona. And to be honest, I'm not too surprised of Barcelona leading, because, well, Hansi Flick is just kicking buttons and taking names, with the high line. And now they got a keeper to make up for their defensive furies. Did I say defensive furies? I mean defensive frailties. Yes. And so far it was going so well until, well, Chelsea taught them a lesson that they remember for generations. And Estawao, oh, he made Yamal look like his son. He completely son-zoned Yamal, like the silly little boy that he is.
Oh my God, he's so goddamn cool!
Well done, Estevao. Well done. Anyways, yeah, I'll say for Barcelona, their future is looking bright. I don't think Hansi Flick is leaving Barca anytime soon, despite their finances not looking good. But overall, yeah.
Nice.
And then Atletico Madrid, yeah, really disappointing. I'm not going to talk much on them. They just disappointed me. Simeone, just pack it up and go. Like, whilst your dignity is still intact, just pack it up.
You're a victim.
And then Villarreal, well done to you, Villarreal. You are chasing the pack, lurking in like the hungry assassin you are, waiting for one of them to drop and then you pounce. So best of luck to Villarreal.
Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Up next is the German Bundesliga. And for me, who am I kidding? There's nothing much to talk about the German Bundesliga, because it is boring, with Bayern Munich still leading, whilst Leipzig and Dortmund chasing the pack. Leverkusen, well, looking lost. And the rest, well, they are just trying to keep up. And Bayern are having an unbeaten run, looking to, well, beat Leverkusen's unbeaten run. And I'll be surprised if at one point Bayern went unbeaten. But anyways, the league is just too boring for Bayern, so much so that even Company, well, no disrespect to Company, but even Company is winning the Bundesliga. Or perhaps Company himself is more of a managerial genius than people give him credit for. I'll be surprised if, like, he ends up becoming one of the candidates for the managerial position for Manchester Suplex City. So, yeah, best of luck to him.
What you doing, son?
Nothing. Just chilling. Killing.
True.
Up next is the Italian Serie A, and my oh my, as said by a wise man named Littlefinger, chaos is a ladder. And the Italian Serie A is pure, unadulterated chaos. From first to seventh, everyone is in contention for the title. And AC Milan, back from the brink with Allegri at the helm. And so far, they are second place, right behind Inter Milan, who I'll say they actually surprised me this season. I thought under Kivu they will fall apart, but no, quite the opposite. Kivu came in and said, well, we stick to what works best, maintain the same formation, the same style that's made them successful last season. And now, Inter is just business as usual. Whilst Juventus, well, they are kind of a mixed bag, but they are still kind of in the mix. I believe Juventus is 5th, and surprisingly, Como is right behind Juventus. And Cesc Fabregas, well, he's really making a name for himself as a manager. Starting to prove the point that the best managers are the central midfielders. Anyone who plays central midfield, whether the actual central midfielder or the holding midfielders, they make the best managers because their football IQ is off the charts. And Cesc Fabregas, well, imagine how high his football IQ is. So it's no wonder he's flourishing at Como. He's in no rush to join a big club yet. And I won't be surprised if Arteta fails to win the Premier League and then Arsenal sacks him. They will consider Fabregas. It will not surprise me one bit.
He ain't lying.
And then Roma. At one point, Roma also... Oh no, actually Roma is still in the mix. They are 4th. And Napoli, I think they've fallen off a little bit, but also still in the mix. Like with the Italian Serie A, it's just like I said, chaos is a ladder. Like they're just pulling each other down one after the other. And Inter Milan are lucky enough to be very consistent, winning matches like it's no one's business. And they've managed to give themselves a 5-point gap from the looks of it. I think they've given themselves like some breathing room, but it's not going to last long. They're going to meet a mid-table team that will make them drop points, possibly. So, best of luck to Inter. And as for Napoli, Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte should be more worried about beating his Champions League fraud allegation than the Serie A. For now, you should forget about the Serie A and beat the allegation of not going far in the Champions League. And it's rather unfortunate that the Champions League, the group stages, final matches with Chelsea. Yeah, in Chelsea, we're going to punish him. So for now, Napoli, whoever they are facing before Chelsea, they better win that match.
Let's end this. I'm about to end this man's whole career.
And finally, we're going to talk about the French Liga. And surprise, surprise, PSG finally found a worthy opponent in the form of Lens, who the last I checked, they were leading the Liga table with PSG right on their tail. And PSG at long last, they found a truly worthy opponent.
Our battle will be legendary.
And Marseille, well, they've really disappointed me. I was hoping that Marseille would give PSG a real challenge, but nope, they fell off. And Lyon is actually trying to make a comeback. It's been a while I've seen Lyon as part of the top 5 of the Liga, and so far they are making a comeback. And then, well, I'm not going to talk about Strasbourg. I'll talk a little bit about Strasbourg. To be honest, I don't know much about Strasbourg, but so far, before Liam Rosenau left Strasbourg, they were doing good, playing good football, giving PSG a very healthy scare. And now with Gary O'Neill over there, yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to really mess up their season. So best of luck to Strasbourg. And I hope Gary O'Neill might rebuild his managerial reputation over there. But it doesn't look like it will be the case. And Monaco, wow, huge disappointments. Like Monaco really disappointed me with some of the players they have had. I was hoping that they will really give PSG a good challenge, but nope. And Paul Pogba, who I was hoping that he'll come back with a vengeance, he came back only to get injured again. Wow, really disappointing.
Oh, no, no.
So overall, the French Liga, just as entertaining as this year are, if not more entertaining. Looking forward to see what happens next day.
Okay.
Overall, the world of football in 2025, it was, I'll say, eventful. There were lots of shocks, ups and downs, twists and turns. But don't worry, I will talk about the AFCON as well as the Champions League, most especially when the group stage ends. Oh, we'll have a lot to talk about with these two competitions I mentioned, the AFCON and the Champions League. And maybe I'll throw in Europa League just to check out on Aston Villa. Who knows? Yeah, but the main two topics for the next ride, yeah, I can't believe I'm spoiling the next episode, next ride, but anyways, next episode for the next ride will be the AFCON and the Champions League, so stay tuned for that. So right now, let's call a ride a day. Before I go, I'd like to share with you my New Year's resolution for the future of this channel. Because right now, I'm re-energized and
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
my ambition says by the end of this year, I want to hit 100K.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Yes, that's right. I'm aiming for a home run, and I'll need your help to hit that home run. So hit the like, subscribe, most especially subscribe to hit that home run. And hit the bell icon so you don't miss my next upload. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye.